Welcome to Las Vegas, Nevada for this afternoon's matchup between the Las Vegas Lights and the Riverhounds from Pittsburgh. We've got a good one on tap today. The sun is out. It's going to be a warm one on the pitch. And welcome inside. I'm Jason Barfield. Joining me today, former Houston Dynamo midfielder Andrew Driver. And Andrew, boy, got a good one today in this matchup. You look at Las Vegas Lights, they've been playing some really good soccer lately. Yeah, really good soccer. It's been entertaining so far this season. Amazing amount of goals from the Lights, and another one tonight, a big game against the Riverhounds. Obviously, the Riverhounds unbeaten, so another hard test for the Lights, but another one I look forward to watching. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and take a look at our players to watch. The Nevada State College player to watch. First off for the Lights, Danny Trejo. He has been scoring a lot of goals this year. Player of the month in the USL, I think that says it all, and deservedly so. Top goal scorer in the league. He's just been scoring. It's not only his goals that have been scoring, his overall play has been fantastic. He's tricky, he's great to watch, and he's creating chances, but he's really taking those chances and playing with a lot of confidence right now. And speaking of scoring goals for the Riverhounds, Albert Dequa, 4 goals this season, not in the lineup today to start, but still expected to make an impact. Yeah, this Riverhounds team is stacked. They've got plenty of attacking options. Dequa has been fantastic all season. 4 goals, obviously, chasing Trejo closely, but you have the likes of him and Dixon both on the bench. So it'll be interesting to see the guys that come in to replace them, how well they do tonight. So that's the matchup for us here today. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have starting lineups and the kickoff.
Whoever you are, you're one of us. Whatever you want, we'll get you there. If you're not like anyone else, you're just what we're looking for. It's time to enroll in your future. Nevada State College.
So, you have a wedding and you forgot to get a haircut. Just open the Great Clips online check-in app. In a few taps, you're in, out, and wow. Pretty much the best looking guy at the party. We got you, and you got this. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
So it's game day, and you need to get your hair in shape. Enter Great Clips. Our skilled stylists save your haircut details and clip notes for the look you love almost as much as your team. We got you, and you got this. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
We know life gets hectic. Work, kids, sports. Who could expect you to remember ice for the barbecue, diapers for the baby, or maybe it's food for the dog? Can't get to Terribles? Get Terribles to you. With all the essential items you need, complete with contactless delivery right to your doorstep. And ordering couldn't be easier with the free Terrible Social House app or online at terribleherbs.com. You got this. Can't get to Terribles? Get Terribles to you.
Las Vegas Lights Soccer is presented by CoinCloud, the easiest way to buy and sell cryptocurrency. By Hard Rock Cafe, try the new Messi Burger. And by US Bank, we'll get there together. And welcome back to Las Vegas, Nevada. We are at Cashman Field, and we're going to take a look at our CoinCloud starting lineups. First for the Las Vegas Lights, who are going to come out in a 5-2-2-1 formation. And Andrew, take a look at that. You know, what's one thing that really jumps out at you when you see the formation here today?
Well, I think the Lights are scoring many goals, so potentially you go with the 5 at the back. You're a little bit more solid. You're against a very good Riverhounds team. So you've got the likes of Trejo going forward. You're going to score goals, so solidify the back and hopefully start getting some more results.
And for the Pittsburgh Riverhounds, who come out today in a 3-4-3 formation, and obviously the name that jumps out there at the top, Dane Kelly.
Yeah, they're coming a 3-4-3. The Riverhounds like to press high, so they've got the bodies in more advanced areas. And you mentioned Kelly, but you also see Cicerone on the left-hand side. Number 10, he was the top goal scorer last year, and is the man to the spot for the Riverhounds tonight.
There is head coach Enrique Duran, assistant last year, now in charge of the squad. It's a big step up, but he's really taken this group and done some nice things with them already.
Yeah, I think the whole squad last year gained a lot of experience, and he's stepped up this year, and you can see the players love playing for him. They're playing with free will, and he seems to have done a great job, and everyone's pulling in the right direction. It's big shoes to fill in with Steve Cherundler, and he's done a great job so far.
Well, we're about set and ready to get this one underway here at Cashman Field. It's the Lights who will control things first.
A windy Cashman Field. See the wind blowing across the pitch. It'll be interesting to see how the teams deal with the wind. I'm going to guess there won't be too many long balls. I think you can see that with the ticker tape there, it's from left to right towards the Pittsburgh defense.
Lights doing a good job just controlling it in the back right now. Just looking to get things organized here in the early going. And you talk about the wind there. 25 to 35 mile an hour gusts today expected in Las Vegas, with up to 55 mile an hour potential winds. That can really cause some problems. You're gonna have to make some adjustments to that, won't you?
Yeah, I always used to laugh when grew up playing in Scotland. We used to have games called off for rain, but never wind. And in a way, the wind ruins a game a lot more than the rain does. So it's interesting to see how the teams adapt to it. I think possibly Pittsburgh would probably be the more used to high wind coming from up north. But no, it'll be interesting to see if it affects the way the game flows.
Dambrot will put it in play for the Riverhounds. And an early chance here. Forbes passes the ball into the middle, cut out there by the Lights. The Lights looking to break the pressure.
You see early on here how high up the Riverhounds are playing. You say that word, break the pressure. The Riverhounds, with the free up front, will every time the Lights get the ball in good possession defensively, they'll be getting, excuse the pun, hounded from this Pittsburgh team. They've got to, if they can break the first pressure, there'll be a chance to on the transition for the Lights.
Looking to set something up over on the right side. Riverhounds trying to make a run into the box. Nice little move, cut back into the middle, and it's going to be out, and it will be a corner kick for Pittsburgh. So we're seeing an aggressive style early on from the Riverhounds.
Yeah, good start, isn't it? They've done fantastic. You see that good pace down the right-hand side, tried to cut inside and just stab the ball across.
And Jesse Williams was just looking for a little bit of space.
Yeah, good pace from Jesse Williams early on. You see that? He's playing like a right wing back out there on the right-hand side. He's going to be up and down, but you see the athleticism straight away. But it's good defending in the end by the Lights just to quell the danger. It'll
be Canardo Forbes sending the ball in from the corner. Nice ball into the box, headed away. Stays with the Riverhounds. They look to get a ball right back in, and they'll have a throw in.
It's a bit of an incredible schedule so far from the Lights.
Take a look at our injury report presented by Dignity Health. No injuries to report for either side. Always good.
Yeah, obviously you want to keep it that early on in the season. On the coach's call, the Riverhounds mentioned that they have an Open Cup game, so they've rotated their squad a little bit, which when you have no injuries, that gives you the ability to do that. I think you can see though in this USL Championship, these squads are starting to get bigger and grow, and it's good to see.
Riverhounds play it out to the left side, just can't keep it in there. That was Robbie Dambrot, tried to chase it down. Throw-in goes right back over to the Riverhounds, however.
Yeah, the Riverhounds have managed to... They're winning the ball back. They're winning every 50-50 and winning the ball back every time. The Lights haven't managed to settle into the game yet. A lot of possession for the Hounds and in a good territory as well.
Dambrot Out wide for Forbes. Just looking to reset. Ball played out long on the right side. Down in the corner with it. Jesse Williams wins a throw quickly, puts the ball into the box.
Jesse Williams early on trying to get onto possession, but well defended by Traore a couple of times. He's going to have looks like he's going to have his hands full tonight, Mohamed Traore. But early doors, really well played defensively. Got back in, put his body in between the goal and said to Jesse Williams, you're going to have to beat me.
And a foul there, so maybe that can relieve a little bit of pressure. Bob Lilly winning as coach in USL Championship history, taking a seat there. 5th season at Pittsburgh, 132 USL Championship wins for him. Said this week he likes to play a high press, put a lot of pressure. They're coming off of a 4-3 win over Tulsa. They're going to score, and that's what he likes to see out of his team.
Yeah, and the Riverhounds are starting to put together a string of good seasons, aren't they? They're now beginning to become one of the teams to beat every year in the USL Championship, and by the early signs this year, again, they're going to be up there.
Forbes with it. Forbes looks to cut into the box, plays it at the top of the 18, scrambled away, and I believe maybe offsides flag was up on the far side. But once again, you're seeing the approach from Pittsburgh. They're looking to attack the edges and then cut back into the box.
Yeah, they're showing a lot of width, aren't they? Williams on the right-hand side, and then Canado, Forbes on the left. They're getting into those areas. They're looking dangerous, but the Lights with the 3 central defenders, they may not worry about that too much. They can let the ball go wide and just defend the balls into the box. With the 3 big guys defensively, the Lights have got a strong base.
A little spell of possession here now from the Lights.
First time you saw Trejo coming to the ball, coming deep to get on it. He just looks so sharp. A nice little turn of pace there. The Lights, first time they've had any real possession.
Tonight's odds are brought to you by the Westgate Superbook, the largest sports book in the country.
Lights underdogs again. But it's just incredible. The performances this season have been fantastic, and then you come home with 2 games in a row. You think you've got a chance of getting a little bit of a run together, and you end up playing Colorado Springs, who have won every game this season, and then the Riverhounds, who have only lost 1. But the positive signs for the Lights is they probably fancy their chances of winning again. It's night and day from what it has been the last couple of seasons. This team will think they can beat everybody.
3-3 on the season as they take the quick free kick there and look to get something set up. Enrique Duran talked about the schedule, kind of a congested fixture here early on. We have U.S. Open Cup matches going, and just in the early season, and the schedule makers didn't play on many favorites either. Some tough matches here early on in the season.
Yeah, and then you throw into the fact there's a few inter-conference games as well, which then you have a lot more traveling. But they've handled it fantastically well. The teams look great. The squad depth. I think we talk about last year not being the best year for the Lights, but it enabled a lot of guys to get a lot of minutes, and you can see the growth early on this season. Not only from the starting 11 week in, week out, the guys that are coming off the bench, and the green shoots are really there for the Lights, and if they can continue in the way they have, it could be an exciting season.
Long ball played towards the middle, controlled by the Riverhounds. Now they'll look to settle things and build again. Saw bulk of the possession in the opening minutes of this one.
One of the areas the Lights have matured most is when they don't have the ball. You see there, the players they'll hold the shape, but then they'll attack and try and win. They'll hunt as a pack to try and win the ball back. They're just acting a lot smarter as a team, shape-wise and individually. And that's what the experience brings to you. What a poor touch there from Enrique Devan. Oh, I don't think his team's going to let him live that one down.
But his team won a throw off of it. He's not going to mind after he sees that. A little bit of attack, trying to just attack through the middle. Connecting ball up to Cal Jennings wasn't there, but you like the thought there, right?
Yeah, Molina, a nice touch, turned, left the defender, and that's what you want, Jennings. He's tried to slot that pass through the lines for Cal Jennings to use his pace to run onto. Just a little bit too much on the pass. Maybe the wind helping the ball move faster, but good signs. You want the likes of Molina, you want the likes of Trejo getting into those areas in behind Jennings and looking for the runs in behind.
Again, the Riverhounds come over here to the left side. Dambrot plays the ball forward, pushed out wide, and now it'll be a throw. A lot of space over here on this near side. And that's the second time that we've seen now the Riverhounds maybe not have a real good feel for the amount of depth over on the sideline. They've just kind of let a ball drift out that looked like it may have been a little playable.
Yeah, those areas when the Lights are playing a back three, so in behind the right back of it's Björschel out there, number 12 for the Lights, there's going to be plenty of space in behind him. And if they tried a couple of times to thread the pass into the striker, I think that time it was Cicerone. That's what Lights will have to do. When you play that free central, you're going to have space in the wide areas, and that's where the Riverhounds have looked to exploit early doors.
Again, we see the pressure here from the Riverhounds right off the throw.
Yeah, you're seeing the pressure, but the Lights have grown into the game a little bit more, haven't they? They're looking a bit more confident in possession. The Riverhounds aren't going to give you a second. You're gonna have to take the ball under pressure, and the Lights seem to be comfortable to do that early doors.
Good job winning the throw there. Traore out defending that. Of course, same thing what we saw from the Riverhounds, trying to attack from the wings. Traore there that time knew what they were up to. Got a foot in and was able to win the throw.
Yeah, Mohamed Traore, one thing he's got is bags of pace, and he's getting smarter in his positioning. You see, he's defensively going to be a great player.
Boy, Kevin Silva, keeper for the Riverhounds, was well out of his box there.
It was heart and mouth for a second, wasn't it? Especially when you in a night like a day like today when the wind's blowing like it is. As a coach, you see your goalkeeper running out there, you hold your breath a little bit.
And that may have been the first chance we've seen the ball really get played with the wind. On his clearance, it got up in the air and it just didn't go very far.
Yeah, it died, didn't it, the wind? I think that it's hard to see which direction the wind's going. It seems to be swirling a little bit, doesn't it?
Which is going to cause even more problems because it's tough to really adjust when you don't exactly know what's going on with the wind. Here's our keys to the game. They're presented by Finley Chevy.
Yeah, set up Trejo. He's the man on fire. You want him to get the goal for the Lights, and a backline defense. I think for Enrique Duran, the team scoring goals. If you get that base, you're going to win games because you know you've got goal scorers going forward. And then for the Riverhounds, solid defense. They're always solid. They've set themselves up fantastically. And then attack the back line of the Lights. We see the Lights having 3 central defenders. There's going to be spaces in the wide areas for the Riverhounds to attack.
Lar with it. Now foul called.
Yeah, nice play from Björschel. We've seen early on in the season he's athletic and get up and down, but you saw there he's also fantastic on the ball. Cutting inside, winning a nice free kick in a dangerous area for the Lights, especially this is where the wind really comes into it. If Molina can put this into an area, it's going to be difficult to read for the defense.
Yeah, Kevin Silva in goal for the Riverhounds certainly knows he's going to have something to deal with here. Molina standing over it. Ball in from Molina. It's high and it just sails wide. And with the with the wind, it's tough to know. Was that ball, was that a shot, or was he playing the ball into the box?
I think that highlights the wind. I think he's just tried to put it into that area between the 6-yard box and the penalty spot, and you saw the wind carry it, and it ended up looking like a shot. If you get into that situation again, you see here, he's just put it on, and the wind here has just carried it on, and he didn't put much on that, and it's ended up clearing the goalpost by quite a margin.
At Security National Mortgage Company, we provide local services for your next home loan. Offices in Summerlin and Henderson. Visit us online at www.snmc.com/lights. So 15 minutes gone here in this one, Andrew. Just what are some of your early impressions of the match so far?
The Hounds looked the most likely for the first 5 minutes, but the Las Vegas Lights have slowly grown back into the game. It's been a little bit of a chess match, hasn't it, really? No team really the dominant. I think the formations of both teams has made it quite a stodgy affair. There's not really much space in the attacking third. So it's basically one of those nights. With this wind, it might be one of the days where the mistakes that you make are going to be the defining moments.
Ball played in, just off the toe of Cal Jennings. He was an inch or two away from being able to control that.
Yeah, if he brings it down, he's through, isn't he? It was a lovely little ball. Cal Jennings makes fantastic runs into space like that. If the defenders can look up, they can find him with those long balls. Here you see it again. Again, the wind carrying the ball maybe made it.
I think Mikkel Williams might have just gotten a little nick off the head and redirected it a bit.
Yeah, it was one of those, a split second, wasn't it, for Jennings to make the decision. Just what some days they'll land on the toe, you'll take a great touch and you'll be in to score.
Lights win it in the midfield and win the free kick. So once again, you know, you're sitting here 45 yards out, but like we talked about, the way the wind is, you've got a chance to really build something off of one of these free kicks from deep.
Yeah, the potential's there, but I think the Lights don't want to do that often. They're a team that likes to keep possession, likes to keep hold of the ball. You see in this instance there, just keep the ball, let the Riverhounds do the chasing, do the running. It's a warm day in Vegas. The Lights are used to it.
Run on the far side, the ball got through. Quezada was able to keep it alive. Ball crossed into the box. Nobody there to get on the end of it, though.
I thought it was a good ball in from Björschel. Well defended from the Riverhounds, but that was good to see Quezada getting into those areas. Hasn't played for the last couple of weeks. Maybe it has a point to prove. Getting into a good area early on.
Another opportunity here for the Lights. Knocked away by the Riverhounds. You see Lara fighting for it there, and I think he might have gotten whistled. So the Riverhounds took the free kick quick.
Actually, looks like the fact that Alex Lara was further up there, the Lights may have changed formation a little bit. They may have pushed Lara into the midfield to try and dominate that area and just go forward at the back. Maybe that was something Enrique Duran had orchestrated before the game. Go through the first 15 minutes with 5 at the back. If we're solid, move Lara into the midfield and try and be more dominant in the midfield.
Well, you look at a Pittsburgh team that scored 4 goals last time out, so certainly I'm sure he's mindful of that, and that may be why you maybe set up a little more defensively early on just to see kind of what their approach was. We talked about this is the first ever meeting between these two teams. They've never seen each other before, so there is a little bit more of a feeling out period, isn't there?
Yeah, no, that's been the beauty of the start of this USL Championship. You're playing against teams you've never played against, and both these teams are scoring a lot of goals, so it's no surprise that maybe both coaches are a little bit more conservative before the game, because they'll have nothing but confidence in their attacking players. You just tell yourself, hey, we can get through the first 20 minutes and it's 0-0. We've got a great chance of going on and winning the game.
Light starting to show a little bit of offensive pressure here. Ball clipped into the box, off the fingertips, and a nice save there by Kevin Silva. The ball drifted on him a little bit. He had to go to the fingertips to get it.
Yeah, when you said the fingertips, it did look like he was going to bobble the ball into the path of the light striker. It was another instance where it was hearts in mouth for the Riverhounds defense. But Björschel twice now has got into this area, and he's one thing on his mind, whip the ball into the box. This time, just a little bit of height onto it, but the goalkeeper didn't look overly confident.
Kevin Silva certainly having to make some adjustments with this wind right now. He's been the one that's seen it the most of the two keepers. Tomas Romero for the Lights hadn't really had a lot of action here in the opening 20.
Been a bit of a spectator, hasn't he? But the Lights, it's impressive against a top team like the Riverhounds, the way they've come into this game and playing with a lot of possession, a lot of confidence.
Kazada dragged to the ground, so he'll win another free kick. In a bit of a dangerous area here for the Lights.
Again, and Molina, he's already had his test shot. Now it's his time to...
Almost from the same spot here.
For the same spot, he's got his eye in, he knows what the wind's going to do to the ball. This is a good opportunity for the Lights. Just whip it in just behind those defenders.
Ball in from Molina, it's high, and once again it carries long. Still hadn't got a feel for what that wind's doing.
Yeah, it's a little bit disappointing, isn't it? Molina already had that test shot. On that one, you need to get your body over the ball. Don't let the wind orchestrate where the ball's going to go. Maybe take a little bit off it or get your head over the ball and really drive it lower. Currently
blowing out of the west-southwest, 32-mile-an-hour winds right now. Y'all deal with a lot of that in Scotland?
Yes, every day. As I say, where we are, they'd say, oh, it's really windy. It's like, it feels like a lovely day outside. This would be normal.
Well, the temperatures didn't quite get as hot as they thought it might in Vegas today. 79 at kick, but yeah, that wind is certainly a factor.
Yeah, it's still an advantage for the Lights, I would say. The Riverhounds, I think, are used to playing in 40 to 50 degree temperature right now, so Lights, maybe later on in the game with this heat, it may become advantageous.
With in-house funding, processing, and underwriting, your loans get done fast. Visit us online at snmc.com/lights. That's Security National Mortgage. Ball stayed in, and the Riverhounds trying to get something set up on the offensive side, cleared away by the Lights. A long ball, and once again, Silva, well out of his goal, had to handle that.
You see the
acceleration? I think that got him on a little quicker than he was expecting.
See the acceleration on that ball? That was absolutely incredible. It was just a simple clearance, and he absolutely shot towards him. Hey, we mentioned earlier the mistakes. There's definitely going to be a mistake at some point in this game with this wind. It's about who can capitalize on those mistakes.
Well, and you also have to figure that the pitch, the surface is going to be different than what the guys in Pittsburgh are used to. You're out in Vegas, it is more of a windy. It's going to be a little more firm ground, and so you're going to have bounces like that maybe the Riverhounds aren't used to seeing.
Yeah, but the pitch is actually looking fantastic today. I think there's at times it has been a little bit bobbly, but today it looks very slick, and definitely it's firm but flat and looks like a good playing surface to play on.
Clearance by Romero is headed away, and it'll be a Lights throw. Supporters sounding good today. In on this one, an afternoon start for the Lights.
Oh, it's great though. I think especially for the supporters, how well this team's played. The support's been there for the last 2 years, since the inaugural season for the Lights. But I mean, there'll be a buzz around the place this year just because how well they've been. It's not only been they've had 3 victories in the first 6 games, but the way this team played, it's been exciting to watch, and the support coming out in numbers, and you can feel the buzz around the stadium.
We're seeing the really the approach here from the Lights. They're looking to play that ball over the top, see if they can get a guy like Jennings to run on the end of it. It hadn't been there yet, but that certainly looks to be the approach.
Yeah, and it's difficult with this wind, though. I know we keep going back to the weather, and you don't want to, but when you're playing with the wind and you're trying to find those runs in behind, yeah, it's very difficult when the wind's this fast. Jennings is going to need to be a torpedo to keep up with the ball, but it's a threat they have. But they can also play through the midfield and be more fluid in the way they attack.
Ball clipped forward here into the box. Good job heading that one away. It's Tony Leone getting the last touch on it for the Lights. Played in the middle, Jennings with it. Jennings a little bit of room to run. Has the ball, sends it out wide. And the Lights will slow it down.
That's what Kyle Jennings is exceptional at. He's the figurehead, is the number 9 striker today. But he's obviously got a little bit bored, comes into the space, but what he does so well is he comes into that space and turns, well, starts an aggressive attack just by his ability to go past players. And you see, as the game goes on and he's not getting fed as the number 9 striker, he'll start coming into those little pockets of space and look to try and make things happen. Danny Trejo has obviously taken all the plaudits so far this year, and rightly so. But Kyle Jennings is every bit as influential going forward.
Clip ball forward here, and that was Molina who was trying to get on the end of it. Again, it just ran away from him a little bit. You mentioned Trejo's name. We hadn't really seen a lot of him. Are you surprised he hasn't been a little more involved in the attack so far?
There's not been too many attacks for the Lights, has there? As we've mentioned there again, the ball over into the attacking area, it's ran out of play. Trejo's going to be the kind of guy that's going to, as the game opens up a little bit, he's going to find those little areas of space and start running at defense. The game hasn't suited him yet, but there's still a long way to go.
Pressure applied there by Quezada, and a good job. The Lights have won the ball, and they've got a chance for the attack. On the end of it, shot, and it's good! The Lights finally connected on a pass, and they find the back of the net.
We just mentioned him. We just mentioned that, the fact that he hadn't even seen the ball tonight, Danny Trejo. We've talked today how this Lights team is so much more mature in the press. Quezada has timed his press to perfection, won the ball back, and that man Trejo, right place, right time. But it's brilliant from Quezada. Slotted him through. The touch first is brilliant. The defender a little bit unlucky, but that's a confident striker. No, you don't need to smash the ball. You can find the bottom corner. That's what a confident striker does. And what a finish that is, to the bottom left-hand side of the goalkeeper. And as a striker, when you're scoring goals, we've mentioned a minute ago that he's not touched the ball all game. He's found that one opportunity, and he's absolutely clinical.
His league-leading 6th goal of the season for Danny Trejo.
That's the look of a man who's scoring goals, not even a smile on his face. He's now expecting to score those goals, and he's put his team up 1-0, and fantastic again.
Riverhounds looking to get on the attack. Good job organizationally at the back. Shouts for a handball. It's given.
Going back to the goal, if there's one thing that sums up the change in this Lights team, that is it. The press was perfect. They've won the ball back in a dangerous area. And last year, maybe they would have gone forward, maybe been a little bit delayed. One thing on the mind, I said it was Quezada. I'm not sure. I think it might have been Molina.
I think Quezada won the ball originally, as we see another ball played in deep, and Silva has to come out and handle that one. I think Quezada won the ball initially, and Molina then played the ball forward,
yeah.
But it was a quick 1-2. Quezada won the ball, played to Molina, who quickly got it out of his feet and played it forward for Trejo.
So I'm saying, it's just one thing on the mind: go forward fast. The defender a little bit unlucky, but it was a good first touch from Trejo, and great finish. But if one phase of play sums up how this team has grown in a season, that is it.
And now we see it's Las Vegas who's putting that pressure on. Even when they lose the ball, they're right there in the face and not allowing the Riverhounds to easily move the ball back in the attacking third.
Yeah, they know when to press as a team, and they know when to just keep the shape. Like you see now, you haven't won the ball early. Now just get your shape, get your breath, and then attack the ball in an area when you can win it.
Cicerone plays it out wide. Ball crossed into the box. Cleared away. It'll be a corner kick. So get another look at it here and watch the pressure from the defense.
Yeah,
and it is Molina there.
Molina
won it. 2 touches, played the ball in, and then talk about just a great shot. Didn't overpower it, just slotted it home.
Molina's not doing that last year. He's not winning the ball back in that area. He's turning onto the game now in terms of the defensive aspects. He's won the ball back. Great strength, and the pass to Trejo was perfect. It was just so positive from the lights. Here he is again in that same area.
That was Molina again trying to create something, just couldn't get it through traffic. You know, for the Riverhounds standpoint, they come in 4-0-1, 13 points on the season. They're off to a great start, but they're off on a trip where they're seeing several teams now who they haven't seen before, just coming off of a Tulsa game where they, you know, won at 4-3, but they gave up 3 goals, and that's out of the ordinary for them as well. They've got to be feeling a little shell-shocked here at the opening 30 minutes.
Yeah, they won't have played at a place like Cashman. We've in the last few years, we've seen the likes of Phoenix come here and struggle. Cashman Field can be a hard place to play. Then you throw in the heat, and throw in a Lights team playing with confidence. They'll have known that before coming into the game, but the Lights have adapted extremely well. But this is so good to see, isn't it? These interconference games, just seeing different faces. And I remember I played in Scotland for years, and then moved abroad to the Dynamo. You're playing different people. You get the love of football back. So these interconference games they've been really entertaining.
Well, that was good work from Cal Jennings there to win the free kick. Ball clipped up, much better this time, headed towards goal, punched away by Silva. Ball played back into the box, and boy, scrambling is that defense for the Riverhounds.
Yeah, I think it fell for Dekel Keenan on the edge of the box. Ball into the box, obviously we mentioned it's going to be difficult, but up in the air from Lara, and it fell to Dekel Keenan, and the big man, obviously the stalwart at the back, maybe not the man you would want a left-footed volley to fall to on the edge of the box, but the Lights again really putting the ball into the dangerous area, scramble, difficult to defend, and good opportunity.
Oh, heel pass, controlled by the Riverhounds, but a good work there.
Ooh.
No harm done. We're going to continue to play. A couple of bodies hitting the floor.
No harm done. It was 2 strong tackles, wasn't it?
They're going to let them play.
The guys had great attitude as well. Both of them shot up, didn't they?
Molina in the middle. See Molina dropping back into that midfield, looking to just control the pace a little bit.
Very, very fluid, the Lights, aren't they? You see Molina, you see Cal Jennings, they just pop up in different areas. You can only do that when you've got a hard-working team and your teammate will fill in for you.
Dambrock controlled along the sideline, kept it in. So Riverhounds will now shift to the opposite side.
You see the Riverhounds bench right now. It looks like they're already thinking about making a change. Bob Lilly maybe seeing this game starting to get away from them a little bit. If you go 2-0 down, it's an uphill struggle. So I've seen a few people warming up. You see number 2 there for the Riverhounds. The coach was giving him orders as if it looks like he may be coming into the play. It's Nathan Dos Santos. And number 7 as well.
Purchasing a new home is a snap with this all-in-one app for finding and financing your home. Learn more at www.snmc.com/snap. As you see the Riverhounds on the attack here into the box. Cicerone Plays the ball in, dangerous spot, and it's skied over the top. Oh, that was a good play into the box. And Dane Kelly, the guy you want standing 12 yards out with the ball played to him, couldn't get a good foot on it.
Yeah, good play from Cicerone. Got on the left wing area, attacked the Lights defense. It looked here like he'd missed his opportunity, but he's done well to get the second cross in. And it's one of those where it's fallen to Kelly. His eyes have got big. He's thinking he's scoring. Then there's a little bit of a bobble just before he hits it, and he skied it way over. But better from the Riverhounds.
Well, we kind of talk about, Danny Trejo, and, he hadn't seen a lot of ball. That's the first time we've called Dane Kelly's name. Comes in with 4 goals on the season, and he hadn't seen much of the ball here early on.
Yes, it's a sign of a good striker, though, isn't it? Not seeing much, but ending up with your first opportunity from 8 yards out.
Another ball played top of the box, and it's clipped forward, and it'll be out for a goal kick. But a good little spell of possession here from the Riverhounds, looking to answer back with about 10 minutes left to play. And we're going to see our first substitutions, 2 subs coming in for the Riverhounds. Nathan Dos Santos will check in. Ibarra is out.
It's Alex Dixon. So this is where I feel old. Alex Dixon's 31 now. I played with him when I was at the Dynamo. We're talking probably 8 years ago. Well, what a player Alex Dixon is. The fact that the Riverhounds can bring him off the bench shows how good the squad is.
Alex Dixon out of Baytown, Texas.
Yeah, he's fast, he's tricky, he can score a goal. He's done fantastically well in the championship. He's probably been one of the most consistent performers for the last 6-7 years. And to be able to bring him off the bench shows the quality this Riverhounds team has.
Well, they've got an Open Cup match on Tuesday. FC Cincinnati, a big one, and that's got to be in the back of the mind of Bob Lilly as, we talk about this congested fixture early on, and they've got that in mind. It
is in the back of the mind, but he's seen what's happened so far in this game, and he's probably thought to himself, Tuesday we'll have to wait. We're getting outrun here early on in the game, and he's probably thought, I'm going to have to make a change here because they've started the season well. You don't want just to lie down and lose the game. So he's thinking to himself, get the likes of Dixon on him. We still want to get a result here tonight.
But still, a double sub, 35th minute. You don't see that a lot.
No, and that's what I mean. He's obviously really doesn't like what's happening, does he?
Dos Santos will put the ball in play for the Riverhounds. So Danny Trejo, opening goal. 25th minute to put the lights up. So now what's the approach here? Final 8 minutes as we head towards the half. You're the Lights. You're nursing a 1-0 lead right now. Are you pushing for one more before the half?
The Lights will just keep doing what they're doing. They've been fantastic. The Riverhounds are the ones now that need to up the level a little bit. The Lights playing with confidence will just want to continue. When you're 1-0 up, you want to keep possession. You just need to concentrate. Don't have any mistakes. Don't allow the Riverhounds to come back in easily. Make them earn anything they get out of the game.
I don't think we saw that right there from Trejo. Chased the ball, didn't really get it into attacking position, and he was willing to play it back and reset.
Yeah, keep the ball, don't you? The Riverhounds can't score if you have it.
Foul called in the midfield. Riverhounds will take the free kick quick. Now they'll be called back and have to reset it. Riverhounds quickly getting out on the attack. Ball played on the left side, but it's going to run a little too far. It'll be out for a throw. And I think we're maybe seeing a little bit of possibly some of that. Those were balls they were running on to the end of in the first 15 minutes. Now they're running out for just throw-ins.
Signs of frustration, isn't it, a little bit for the Riverhounds? It's a simple ball for Dixon that just ran out of play, and the two players looking at each other. Football can be very, very frustrating sometimes.
Foul called there against, who's this going to go against? I believe it's against the Lights. So it'll be a free kick for Pittsburgh. Forbes standing over it. Don't think we were quite ready yet. We'll reset again.
That just frustrates me. That's the last 2 minutes the referees prevented the game from flowing.
Ball clipped into the box, headed into the middle, shot on goal. It's blocked. Another opportunity, and the lights will clear.
Yeah, best opportunity for Riverhounds, wasn't it? Just a hopeful ball into the box. They've won the second ball, come across. Well defended in the end by the lights, but the Riverhounds starting to gain a little bit of confidence.
Another ball played forward. That one's going to run. Get one more look at that opportunity. It came off the free kick.
It fell nicely to Dixon, didn't it? A nice strike, but with the amount of bodies in the way of it, it would have to have been put in the absolute perfect space to get past them all, but well defended from the lights.
Yeah, good organization there for Las Vegas.
You see there, behind the goal, the net is moving a lot. The wind is really whipping up.
Download our Snap app today to get started on your journey to home ownership. Security National Mortgage Company. Learn more at www.snmc.com/snap.
Thomas Romero getting very lucky there, trying to clear the ball, and the Riverhounds attacker just getting onto it. You see it here a little bit lackadaisical. A lucky escape for the lights.
Eyes light up when you're a striker and you see that.
I don't know if you managed to see the Liverpool game in England today. Zach Stefan, the goalkeeper for Man City, was caught in the exact same situation.
First booking of the day is going to go against Lara. 41 minutes in. Alejandro Lara called for the yellow card.
Yes, it's a free kick. Anytime you go to ground like that, the ref from behind, the referee's gonna. It's an easy decision for him to give the yellow card. The rest frustrated me a little bit in the last few minutes, though. He's not letting the game flow. There's free kicks. He's slowing the game down. You don't need to do the 10 yards in this area.
Given a lot of time here, chance for them to set up. Once again, good job by the lights defending that. Now a chance to maybe get out on the break.
Good tackle from the Riverhounds number 5, Mikael Williams there. That could have been a dangerous situation if he wasn't 100% on winning that ball.
Yeah, Molina was off and running with it. Again, another restart here. We've seen this several times on throws. We've seen it several times on free kicks, where it's called back and they're asked to do it again.
It's just a little bit frustrating as a spectator, isn't it? You want the game to flow, you want to be involved, but when the game slows down like that, maybe the lights won't mind. You're 1-0 up, you want to get to half time, but just let the guys play, let the game flow.
See Trejo trying to start that run there, gives it to Molina. Molina gives it right back. Now ball crossed into the box. It's long. Stays with Las Vegas. And a whistle, maybe offsides call here.
Yeah, offside against Quezada in the right wing spot. Maybe just found himself a little bit more advanced than he's used to in this game. Just didn't look along the line.
Quezada looking to add a little pressure. Nothing coming easy right now for Pittsburgh, and you see lights win it again. There's Molina. Plays to Trejo. Just nice calmness from the lights on the ball right now, not panicking in possession.
Yeah, keeping possession, passing it with confidence, moving this Riverhounds defense around, trying to open them up a bit.
And they've changed the look up. We've seen Molina dropping deep. We saw Trejo there dropping deep and kind of giving it a little different look to the shape as they hold possession.
We've seen Jennings come into that area. But all three you've just mentioned there are guys that can win you a game. And as a coach, you don't want them not getting possession. You want them coming to try and find the ball if they haven't seen it for a while. You need your best players to be involved as much as possible. And I'm happy that they're coming deep to get the ball, just get a touch, and you see a bit of a sloppy pass from the Riverhounds and good pressure again from the Lights.
I'd say that comes from the pressure there, and now they've created an opportunity here as we're running in final seconds before the end of the half, and a chance for the Lights to maybe get one before the break. Stays with the Lights.
I've liked that they've done this today as well. They're in the attacking area, but they've stayed calm, and if they need to, they'll go back to the defense and try and start the attack again. You don't have to be 100% offense all the time. Sometimes take a step back, go back to defenders and try and build the phases of play again. It's a more mature Las Vegas Lights team than we've seen in the last couple of seasons.
Only 1 minute added here, but it will be the Lights ball after, once again, kind of another errant pass out wide.
You can see what the Riverhounds are trying, aren't they? They're trying to play these long balls, try and open up this Lights defense, but with this wind, you have to be exceptional to be able to play the long ball. Anytime the ball goes up in the air today, it's going to be a struggle.
Riverhounds maybe one last push here. Good job defensively from the Lights. Dixon with it. Out for Dos Santos. Dos Santos gives it right back to Forbes. Forbes to Dos Santos into the box. Back to Forbes. Some defending to do here. Ball crossed into the box. Oh, Tomas Romero falls on it, and he'll take his time getting up, as I believe that is the halftime whistle. And so 45 minutes in the books here, and it is the Las Vegas Lights who will take a 1-0 lead into the break.
Yeah, and deservedly so. They've been fantastic. They started a little bit slow. The Riverhounds came out the gates pretty quickly, but they're playing with such confidence, and that man, Danny Trejo, again with the goal, but a very confident and pleasing performance for the Lights.
League leading 6th goal of the season for Danny Trejo. He's feeling good about himself. The team is feeling good about themselves. 45 minutes in the books, and they lead it 1-0 here over the Pittsburgh Riverhounds.
Feel more connected to every fleeting moment.
The Mazda CX-30 with available turbo engine. An IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus. More power for your pursuit.
Nevada Donor Network is a proud partner of the Las Vegas Lights FC. We are asking for your help to save and heal lives. Registered organ, eye, and tissue donors give hope to the more than 650 Nevadans waiting for their second chance at life. You have the power to bring them hope. Register as a hero today at registerme.org. Together, we are Nevada Strong.
Trejo?
I'm good. I'm crocheting.
I see that.
It started off as a hobby, kind of snowballed from there. And Alex, I don't want to stop.
Well, I don't see why you should have to. Let's set you up with a side gig savings goal on the US Bank mobile app. This way you can turn it into your main hustle before you know it.
You're my hero, Alex.
What are you working on now?
Pool cover.
That's fun.
Oh, I made my wife a bathing suit.
Oh, did Linda like it?
She did not.
Oh.
You should see what I made for Max. Max, look at him. He loves it.
The confidence to make your dream a reality. US Bank. We'll get there together.
Back here at Cashman Field, it is dog day out here at the park. Everybody's got their pups out on the pitch. At Security National Mortgage Company, we provide local services for your next home loan. Offices in Summerlin and Henderson. Visit us online at www.snmc.com/lights. And here's more from our friends at Security National Mortgage Company.
Are you trying to decide if buying a home is right for you? Having reservations is normal, and hey, we get it. This is a big decision. Here are some of the benefits of homeownership to consider. Pride of ownership and a sense of security are consistently the top reasons people enjoy owning a home. You can decorate your home to your style without wondering what the landlord is going to say. Plus, it's a great feeling to know you're investing in your future. Consistent payments. When it comes to financing your home, you may be able to lock in fixed monthly payments, meaning you pay the same mortgage over the entire life of the loan, unlike renting, which only goes up. Plus, once you've paid off your mortgage, you're done. Mortgage interest deductions. Now, even though property taxes and insurance will likely increase, you may be able to deduct the interest you pay on your mortgage, property taxes, and some other costs involved in buying a home. Plus, your home itself may provide additional tax-saving benefits, like if you use your home as an office while working from home remotely. Wealth creation. Real estate has proven to be one of the most effective ways to create wealth. As the value of your home increases over time, so does its equity, which may act as a ready-made savings plan for you down the road. Peace and quiet. Sure, owning a home doesn't mean all the noise will magically stop. But if you do hear your neighbors, at least it won't be because they're constantly tap dancing across their apartment floor, which also happens to be your ceiling. These are only a few of the advantages of owning. So if you're tired of renting, please call today to find out how close you are to starting that new chapter of your life as a homeowner.
Back here at Cashman Field, well, we know the dogs are having fun out on the pitch right now. The Las Vegas Lights are having fun as well. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have more on this one here as the Lights lead the Riverhounds 1-0 at the break.
And it's Indy 11 taking the lead.
Great finish. Cue the smoke.
It's a goal for Orange County SC and their first of the season.
And that's full time. The old guard with a new trophy. Orange County wins the USL Championship final.
A look at your USL Championship news and notes. Week 6, and Andrew, you get a look at it there, going for 6. The Switchbacks looking for their 6th straight win. Of course, we saw them last week. Only Rochester in 2012 and Richmond in 2011 have done so. Solo return. Solomon Asante signs with Indy 11, 2018 through 2021 with Phoenix. He had 54 goals, 43 assists. And you see what's coming up. USL on ESPN. Indy hosts Orange County in an East-West showdown. That one Sunday, April 24th. Take a look at the scoreboard. This is presented by Terribles. Indy 11, Atlanta United 1-0 at the half. Miami FC over Hartford Athletic 1-0 at the half. Tampa Bay Rowdies FC Tulsa 1-0. See a theme here, Andrew.
Plenty of 1-0s, isn't there? Not a great amount of goals, but see the home teams going in at halftime 1-up. It seems like the theme of the day.
We'll take a look at what's coming up in the USL Championship. Every game here this afternoon, coming up later this evening, but really 5 good matchups as you look at the USL slate this evening.
Yeah, the inter-conference game with the Roots and Loudoun United, but the game for me, the biggest one would be the Phoenix Rising against New Mexico United. The Rising possibly not their best start to the season, want to get better form running as we go on from now.
Take a look at the standings now. First in the West, this is coming into today's games. San Diego Loyal there up top. Las Vegas Lights, though, we talked about the start they've had on 9 points, sitting in 4th right now.
Yeah, as we mentioned, above the lights of the Rising. What a start it's been for Las Vegas Lights. Win tonight, you're in a great situation going into the middle of the season. And as you see there, San Diego Loyal, top of the league. They're starting to build something quite special down in San Diego.
So we're going to go ahead and take another break. When we come back, highlights and stats from the opening 45 of this one. Las Vegas Lights 1-0 lead over the Pittsburgh Riverhounds.
Grandpa was a lawyer in Cuba. Dad was one of the first Spanish-speaking lawyers in Nevada. Alex and Orlando grew up with justice in their blood, and they've built De Castro Verde Law Group Personal Injury on a legacy of fighting and winning for their clients. If you've been hurt, they will stand by you every step of the way, like family, because family would never let you settle for less than you deserve. De Castro Verde Law Group Personal Injury. Our family will fight for yours.
Hey, Steph, you know we sold 30 cars on Monday?
On a Monday?
Yes, a Monday.
A Monday.
Yes, a Monday.
I thought we were low on stock.
We've literally got tons of cars coming in all week long. Our customers at Findlay Toyota can have anything they want.
Even on a Monday.
Even on a Monday. On any day of the week, we'll do anything to sell you a car. Even on a Monday.
It's time to get back to making memories and enjoying your favorite activities with family and friends. Don't let aches, pains, or an injury slow you down. The therapists at Dignity Health Physical Therapy are here for you. With convenient locations throughout Nevada, Dignity's clinical experts will get you back to life. Go to dignityhealthpt.com to schedule an appointment. Dignity Health Physical Therapy believes movement is medicine and wants to help you experience the power of physical therapy today.
For over 60 years, AARP has empowered people to choose how they live as they age. As a wise friend and fierce defender, we advocate for better health, financial security, and stronger communities. We are AARP.
And welcome back to Cashman Field. 1-0 lead for the Las Vegas Lights over the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Andrew Driver, opening first half thoughts.
I thought it was an entertaining game. The Riverhounds started the game on top, but the Lights slowly grew into it, and then when they got the opportunity, they took it. And it's going to be, this Riverhound team aren't going to lie down. They're unbeaten for a reason. They're going to come back into it, but the Lights will be very happy with their first half performance.
Take a look at our first half highlights. And, you know, we got to talk about the goal scorer, Danny Trejo. And we talked about it. He didn't get on the ball very much in the early going. But, boy, when he did, he made them pay.
That's a sign of a top striker, isn't it? When you're not involved in the game and you still pop up for a goal, that's the number 9 striker for you. Brilliant for Molina here. He played the ball, and it's unfortunate for the Riverhounds defender, but that is the finish of a man on fire. Just slotted it past the goalkeeper, and that's what you need as a Lights. You need to get in, when you take your chances, that gives you the opportunity.
Take a look at our stats here in the first half as you see the teams getting ready to take the field again to get the second half underway. But, you know, we talked a little bit about, you know, the way the offense was flowing for the Lights there, and you see 2 shots each side, just the 1 shot on target, but the Lights made it work for them.
Only shot on target today, wasn't it? And it's Danny Trejo, as you're expecting now, to score it. But the thing that highlights for me there is the possession. The Riverhounds have come in here as one of the top teams, and the Las Vegas Lights have got majority of like 57% of the possession. Shows the confidence they have right now, and they are playing with that confidence.
Yeah, when you look at that possession, I mean, 57%, especially the way this thing started with the Riverhounds were coming out, and they were the ones that were controlling it in the early going. But once the 2 teams got settled in, it was really Las Vegas who kind of controlled this game, wasn't it?
Yeah, the Riverhounds started really well. They had the territory. They were dominating proceedings. But yeah, the game changed. I don't know if Enrique Duran, the coach, made a little bit of a tactical change, added 1 more midfielder instead of, well, pushed Lara into midfield, and it made all the difference. The Lights started to dominate and finish the game on top. Finished the first half on top, sorry.
It's 45 minutes to play in this one. Las Vegas Lights looking for a big 3 points here at home in a tough stretch of their schedule. Enrique Duran talked about it this week that, you know, they've got some tough teams, but he really likes that. He likes that this team is getting tested early on in the season, and they can kind of see what they're made of.
Well, just to say that they've got a hard schedule, they've started the season fantastically well. You see there, we looked at the standings not a minute ago, 4th in the division, having played 2 teams that are unbeaten. It is pretty incredible. So this team's still maturing, they're still learning every week, and these are the games where these young men are going to learn the most, against teams that are winners, that teams that are contenders every year. And that's what the Lights are aspiring to be, and these guys are aspiring to be top footballers.
And if you're Bob Lilly, head coach for the Riverhounds, 5th season now, what's your message to the team at the half when you go in down 1-0 at the break, as we see Las Vegas now trying to build an attack? And an opportunity here, shot, and it's controlled there by Kevin Silva. But what's Lilly telling his team during the break?
You know this team's seen it all, haven't you? They're top 5 most years for a reason. They've gone in behind at times, and they know how to win football games, so they won't be panicking. I think they've made the changes after half an hour because they saw the game slipping away. But you're only 1-0 down. It takes a second to score a goal, and there's a long way to go yet.
Dane Kelly, we didn't call his name much in the first half. You see him getting on the ball a little bit more here in the final 45?
They need to. The wind's going in the opposite direction for them now. That they might see a little bit more play in the Lights half. But you do need to get the likes of Cicerone, Alex Dixon, and Kelly on the ball to get back into it. This is a good chance.
Ball won momentarily by the Lights. But now here come the Riverhounds. Ball crossed into the box, and now we're kind of back to where we were in the opening 10 minutes of the first half. Each team trying to figure out how they want to play this win, because now you've shifted and you have to start making those adjustments again.
I think you see there the coach, he looks a little bit frustrated, but he's he motioned there to say, go back and play out the other side. Keep the ball on the deck. Don't play these long. They were guilty in the first half of playing long diagonals numerous times. In these conditions, the ball just going out of play.
We got a brief stoppage here. Kind of been the story of the game so far, though, is just this kind of breakup in play. And gonna now get the ball out wide, and I'm not really sure what this conversation is about right now.
I'm a little bit lost for what's happened.
Referee Jervis Antagana.
If I was a betting man, I think what happened is we may have had an overeager ball boy who potentially saw the ball coming out of play and ran on the pitch to get it, and the referee has to stop play and just do a drop ball. And back to...
So it's been kind of a clunky open to this second half. Can't really get the rhythm going as we've got another stoppage.
I think there was times where the game has been clunky, and I think the wind has kind of caused that. It's been a little bit stop-start. It's difficult to play free-flowing football. You haven't seen any balls over the top that have landed on the target because the wind has just played havoc. But the Lights have adapted the best. They've kept the ball the best in possession. It's not been the greatest free-flowing game of football, but sometimes you got to adapt to that, and you just got to find a way to win the game.
So the Lights will have a free kick here. Ball moved. Boy, they pulled that thing 20 yards back to restart it. They were going to take it from up there if they could.
If the wind's against as well, it's not going to be great.
And now a yellow card is being shown.
I think Crisostomo moved that ball forward thinking to himself, I've got a good chance of getting into the box, and now wind against, he's probably thinking, I'm going to have to put the welly right through this ball to get it into the danger area. I'm not sure what's happened here. The referee's, I've said it previously, he's a bit pernickety, isn't he? Picks up on small things.
Looks like Arturo Ordonez is the... Yeah, it is Ordonez booked for dissent.
That's kind of strange.
You never got booked for dissent, did you?
Quite often. It's just because I was always losing and I get frustrated.
Well, ball played into the box. It's low. It really had to be because of the wind. And now another foul shown. And again, the Riverhounds are not happy. This time it's Jesse Williams who was called for the foul, and he immediately started gesturing.
It's just Molina was first to the ball, wasn't it? It was one of those, it's a 50-50 challenge. If you're first to it, you win in the free kick. Williams, I don't know why he was angry.
Yeah, no right to complain there, right? I mean, he was second to the ball and heavy contact.
Yeah, exactly. You saw it in the previous free kick from Crisostomo, though. It's a different ball game in this half. The first half, the Lights had free kicks in this area and it went out of the play because of the wind. This time he barely even reached the 18-yard box.
It'll be Rachel taking it now. A little more central from this one, and he'll play the ball, and that one sails high and wide.
That was always going to happen there. He's tried to put his laces through it, but if you get any backspin against the wind like this, it's just going to get a nice little volley back into play by the little fella in the stand. But
it's a good first touch.
Yeah. But if you're going to hit a free kick like that, like Björschel there, you have to get topspin on the ball because the wind's just going to keep the ball rotating backwards. And you saw there, it nearly hit the box, the windows in the boxes up there in the stand.
For Security National Mortgage, we offer a variety of home loan programs, including down payment assistance. Lights winning the free, running the ball in the midfield, and a foul called. That's going to go against the Riverhounds as well. So right now the whistles are all going Las Vegas's way.
I think he was given it was a throw-in in the end, but yeah, it has been stop-start the second half, hasn't it? The game hasn't settled down yet.
Feels like about 8 minutes played. We've had about 90 seconds of action so far.
Exactly.
Who does that play well for, though, right now? I mean, does that favor any team right now, just the pace of play being so inconsistent?
Well, the Lights, obviously 1 up. They'll be happy if the game just carried on like this, but you get the feeling this Riverhounds team don't mind the game to not flow. The Lights have been much better in possession. Maybe Pittsburgh will be happy if the game is a bit disjointed and they can start being a little bit more direct with the way they go about things.
Yeah, just not able to connect the passes like we saw early in the first half for the Riverhounds. It just seems like there's a Lights defender there in the way every single time.
Yeah, the shape of the Lights has been good today, and this is where they've been exceptionally good, going in between the lines and finding the space.
Now Trejo with it. Trejo plays it out wide, just out of the reach as he was trying to connect there with Traore.
Yeah, right,
just off the toe.
Right idea. Trejo coming into good space, good turn. He's just played a little bit too much. We've said it a couple of times today that the pitch is running fast. It's like the greens at the Masters. The ball's moving extremely fast. And with throw in the wind, you have to be pinpoint with your passing.
Good work there by Keenan to break up the attack, forcing Pittsburgh to reset. Now attacking from the left wing. Nice little move into the box, cut away, and that'll be, I believe, out for a goal kick for the Lights.
Good defending by Björschel. He's been a fantastic find for this Lights team. Coming from college football, but you see that defensively great. He's athletic, he's strong, but he's really good on the ball as well. Seems like the complete player there on the right-hand side of the defense, and he's also a danger from set pieces going forward. So,
but he brings he brings a winning mentality to this team. Cal State LA won a Division II national title, so he knows what it's like, and probably just adds a little bit of that to this team.
Yeah, finding a way to win is not easy, and it is. You're right. It is a mentality, and the more people you get in a team that have had that experience and have been in winning teams, it can only help the squad in general. It's a culture. You've got to build a culture, and you can see this year, Steve Cherundolo last year started this culture. He's transferred that to LAFC. Enrique Duran has just basically carried on the growth, and the culture is fantastic.
Good win there. Ball played forward to Cal Jennings. Jennings dribbles into the box, cuts it up top. Nobody there. Was looking for somebody to run on the end of that pass, and just wasn't anybody waiting for it.
First time though we've seen the ball in between the lines hold up for Cal Jennings to run onto. That's where he is. Very, very dangerous. Good sign for the Lights that they've managed to find that through ball.
Trejo out for Traore. Traore, a little bit of room. Crosses the ball into the box. Handled there by Kevin Silva.
Good from Traore, getting into that attacking left wing area. Here you see Jennings coming. He's one-on-one with the defender. You like to see him do that, and he just tried to slot it back. Maybe didn't see the man. Wasn't the best pass Cal Jennings will ever do.
Looked like he might have had Molina there, but may just not have seen him. And now here come the Riverhounds with it. Good job by the Lights to slow things up. Not allowing Pittsburgh to really get into that free-flowing offense.
Here's Jennings again, finding that space in behind. Oh,
Jennings just lost his footing.
Penalty ref. He's smiling on his face. He wanted to take that one back. But they've only got to put the replay on it. Poor Cal Jennings.
You know, that's one he's hoping there was at least somebody close that he could have blamed that on.
There's a wee go for sticking up.
But once again, if we get back and it's Lights, you know, we saw the possession numbers at the half, 57% at the half, and they've really carried that trend over here into the second half.
They're playing with a smile on the face, actually, though, aren't they? They're playing with confidence. You see Trejo here one-on-one. He loves to do that. Well, they seem comfortable on the ball. They look like a team that's been playing together for a number of years, and they're just going about their way in a professional manner.
You talk about it last year. A lot of guys were playing their first season of professional soccer, and that's tough. That takes a little bit to really get in and just learn everything it takes to be a pro, not just the aspects on the pitch, but off the pitch as well.
The difference is monumental. I can give an example from when I was younger. You'd play under 18s, and something so small as the ball going out the pitch gives you that little bit of a breather, but then you go to professional, the ball's fed in instantly. You don't have that time to rest.
Here come the Lights on the attack now. Ball played into the box, and it's going to be out for a corner kick.
Good play from Molina getting into that area. But no, what I was mentioning, just something so small as that, it just makes a huge difference, and they have to develop through that. And there's Molina into that spot. Always wants coming on that left foot. I like it when he switches back onto his right foot and tried to drill it across. Good play from the Lights.
So Molina will take the corner kick. Lights are stacking just about everybody in the box. A lot of congestion in the box as Molina looks for somebody to pick out. Flips the ball in high, headed away and cleared by the Riverhounds. The Lights will look to put the ball right back in the box. Played up top for Trejo. Once again, right back into the mix. Riverhounds now with a chance to maybe try to get out and break. Cicerone slows it up a little bit. And a little bit of a change from what we saw early on. That's where early in the game we'd have seen them really attack the wing and then cut back into the box. Now they're slowing the pace up a little bit. Cicerone, a chance there to really had a lot of room over on the right side, but he played it to slow it down, maybe drag it back a little bit. It's kind of a different approach than what we saw early on in the match.
You want him, as a coach, you want him to be positive there. He was the top scorer for the Riverhounds last year. And they went back and slow, but they once again played that long diagonal pass in this wind, which is crazy to me. That you've got to learn as the game goes on. The amount of times they played that diagonal and it's gone out. I think we just saw there's going to be a change. I think Dequa is going to come on. He is the danger man. We highlighted him before the game. Maybe he can be the change that the Riverhounds need.
That'll be another Riverhound throw here as they creep a little bit more, and now we will see the substitution. Dequa will check in. Looks like Luis Ardugo will also check into the game. So Albert Dequa, as Cicerone will sub out. We just saw Cicerone had a chance to attack and didn't. Now he checks out. And so Dequa will check in. Ardugo will check in as well. So looking to add a little bit into the attack now.
It wasn't Cicerone's night, was he? Never really got into the game. We saw a minute ago. He had the opportunity to be direct. He wasn't. Maybe just lacking a little bit of confidence. So a bit of a mix-up. Dequa comes on, the number 9 striker, your top goal scorer. Maybe looking for a little bit more of a spark.
So about a half an hour left to play in this one. And now you've got Albert Dequa. What changes for the Riverhounds right now, if anything?
They just need to keep at it. Only one goal behind. Anything can change. I don't think they'll be happy with the way they've performed, but there's still a long, long way to go.
Dequa coming in, a man in form. 4 goals this season in 5 matches. 2 goals last Saturday against Tulsa. So he's feeling good about himself right now.
Yeah, of course, whenever you're scoring goals, you're always going to be playing with that extra little bit of confidence. And he'll have in his mind that he is going to make all the difference. And sometimes that's all the team needs.
He is the reigning USL Player of the Week, as that will go out and will be a corner kick for the Riverhounds.
Good down the left-hand side from the Ontario native Dos Santos in that situation. A little bit of skill, 1v1, got into a dangerous area. And as we've seen in this game so far, with this wind, anything can happen from these set pieces.
Forbes will take the corner kick for the Riverhounds. Ball sent high into the box. Nobody could get on the end of it. It sails all the way to the opposite touchline. Now Dixon on it. Dixon plays the ball in, and a nice save there by Romero.
Good from Dixon, wasn't it? Cut inside. He's tried to get it with he's opened up his right boot. A nice little run. He's just tried to open it up a little bit. I think maybe he was trying to just guide it into the area. Maybe it wasn't a full-blown shot, but Alex Dixon in that area is very dangerous. Here
Ball
he is again.
played forward to Dixon. Dixon in the box. Centers it up. Shot. Save. And good work there by Romero. Had to go down to one knee. And now we've got a couple of guys down. Romero is down. Dane Kelly is down. Laura is down. 3 guys on the pitch right now.
Well, that's the run, Dixon. We mentioned him a minute ago. Into a great area. He's pulled it back perfectly for Kelly, who's a good save from Romero. Couldn't hold it, and Kelly's gone in for the second one. And Lara living on the edge a little bit, but great defending. Like, sometimes you got to put the body where it hurts. Him and Romero both did that, and Kelly probably come off a little bit worse for wear. I think Kelly may be a little bit upset with himself that he didn't put that in the back of the net.
Yeah, I think you're right there. I think there may be just a little more frustration than anything from Kelly. We'll get another look at the play, and it was a scramble in front of the box.
Really good from Dixon. The first looking at it at full speed, I thought potentially it could have been a penalty, but Lara's done fantastic. The ball's parried back from the goalkeeper, and Lara's just put his body in the right spot and just stood. And Kelly's obviously sees the rebound, thinking he's going to get there, but Lara, great defending to cover your goalkeeper. Kind of like they do in ice hockey, where you've got to box them out when the ball's parried in the box.
Tomas Romero there, the keeper, on loan from LAFC. So he will play the ball forward. Everybody stays on the pitch. Foul called there. Kel Williams, as he sent Trejo to the ground. Williams didn't like it, and you're starting to see some of that frustration. Every single whistle against the Riverhounds, and they're not liking the way that the calls are going right now.
But that's good striker play from Trejo, though. By far the smaller player in that 50-50, but he's just put his body in the right spot. His touch was okay, and winning a free kick. And what that does for the Lights is it takes the pressure off you. It gets your team 30, 40 yards up the pitch, and a free kick in a dangerous area.
Molina hits it with the left into the box. Good looking free kick. The ball is loose. A chance for the Lights. And the ball knocked away. Still with the Lights, however. Ball centered into the box. Cleared by the Riverhounds. And a chance for Kelly to break. Out for Dixon. Dixon will try to run on the end of it.
Well, that was a chance for the Riverhounds. Dixon was streaking down the right-hand side. And it was just a poor pass. If you'd have just played it further wide with more of an angle, Dixon was in.
It was good work by Traore for the Lights, getting back and defending that as well.
Traore is exceptional at that. He's got great pace to get back, and he senses the danger well.
Just a little strong for Cal Jennings. And the Riverhounds looking to get out on the attack. But again, slowing it down now. Looked like there might have been an opportunity to move down that left sideline. And they'll reset it, play it into the middle. Now play it down the right side for Dixon. Alex Dixon crosses the ball into the box, headed away.
That man Dixon's starting to be a defining factor, isn't it? Out here on the right-hand side, he's getting loads of space. He's always had great pace and a good delivery. You don't want to be letting him continue to maraud down that right-hand side. You got to find a way to prevent him getting in these situations.
Yeah, get a ball to the feet of a creative player. There's a shot, and it'll be clipped out, and it will be a corner kick. So see a couple of subs getting ready to come in for Las Vegas.
They'll probably bring them on after the corner.
Have to wait until after the corner, but that was Frank DeRoma getting set to come onto the pitch. Jorge Almaguer also getting ready to check in. A little bit of a discussion going on, and right about the 12-yard mark at the spot. Making sure everybody's on the up and up for this corner. Ball played long over the head of everybody. And it'll run all the way out for a throw. No, they kept it in. Good work by the Riverhounds. Kept the ball alive. Ball played into the box, headed away. Dixon on it. Dixon will fire one. Blocked. Ball still alive in the box, though. Flipped into the middle. And now there's Tomas Romero, who will fall on it. And it'll slow things down a little bit.
Steady hands tonight. Well, today, Tomas Romero, hasn't he? He's, when called upon, done very well. But the Riverhounds, you're starting to see a lot more territory, winning the ball back in these dangerous areas.
Good work there by Dixon. And now it's going to be a free kick the other way. Nope. Initially signaled as a lights free kick. And then a change to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh tried to play the quick free kick.
I'm not sure what's going on there.
I think in that situation, because the call was initially made the wrong direction, once the referee had changed his mind and said no, it's this way, he had to give them time to reset up, because he did initially signal that it was a lights free kick.
Potentially, yeah.
So he kind of had to reverse things a little bit.
I think it probably was a foul on Keenan as well. He did put a little bit too much pressure. Now you see the wind.
That ball's pushed 3-4 feet off the spot. This ball's played in, and where did we see that? I mean, that looked almost identical to what Molina did in the first half.
Twice.
Yes. As the lights will now get a chance for DeRoma to check into the ball game, and Almaguer will also check in, as Lara will check out of the ball game. And Traore, I believe, is the other substitution as well. Yes, Traore will check out as well. Good 70 minutes from Traore, though, right?
Traore's done well. Defensively exceptional. What's Enrique Duran here has done is he's looking for more energy. The Roma, you're always going to get energy. Almaguer has been a fantastic addition to the squad so far this year. He's shown a lot of versatility. I would expect Quezada to possibly come out and play left back for the remainder of the game, give you a bit of an option on the left-hand side going forward, a little bit more than Traore. I think Traore defensively is outstanding, but Quezada has that real quality going forward. So nice change, I think, when you can bring on DeRoma and Almaguer. It's a nice luxury to have.
Yeah, you talk about Almaguer last 3 years with North Texas SC. As you see now on the attack, the shot is saved by Romero. Boy, that was a giveaway there from the lights and nearly in on goal.
Yeah, Quezada going onto the left back area, a little bit of a lax pass, and Kelly snatched onto it, ran with pace. Probably the best opportunity for the Riverhounds, and if anything sums up their performance so far, it was a little bit of a cross come shot. He wasn't massively confident on what he wanted to do, I don't think, when in the area, Kelly.
Yeah, and you have to say simple save for Romero.
Yeah, that's kind of the Riverhounds, for being a top team. They maybe just haven't had that cutting edge when they've got into those areas tonight, as you would expect a top team to have.
Well, we talk about, maybe an eye on a big cup match on Tuesday. FC Cincinnati waiting, and, maybe that's in the back of the mind as they look to get out on the attack here. A little heavy touch may have come off the knee of Dixon. Good job just to keep possession.
Yeah, you say that, but I think as a coach, you're always wanting your team to carry on winning. It's hard to stop and start. You don't want to concentrate in one game over another, because you need your team to maintain momentum.
But another look into the attack here, and the ball is momentarily cleared away by the lights. Now will be sent down the pitch and allow them to regroup. Need cash? Your home's equity may be the answer. Contact Security National Mortgage Company to learn more. Visit us online at www.snmc.com/lights. It's a bit of a drag down in the box. And, you know, getting back to this, I mean, obviously as a coach, you're going to set your team up for that 90 minutes and your thought is on the match. But as a player, especially when you look at a team like Pittsburgh and you've got a team like FC Cincinnati waiting, is it only natural to maybe keep that in the back of your mind a little bit? As you see Trejo here waiting for a little bit of help in the attack.
Yeah, I think you naturally are going to think about it. In my career,
good work there by Trejo.
We had a situation where we got to the Scottish Cup final when I was playing in Scotland, and it was probably 2 months of league games beforehand, and we had nothing to play for in the league. So, but it's always in the back of your mind, but you have to play to want to play in those games. So you come and have a lackadaisical affair tonight, the coach might not call upon you in the big game. So I think as a player, you just have to take every game as it comes and nail down your place in the team. Because you do see the quality of this Riverhounds team. They've got a lot of strength in depth. You have one night off. The coach, you lose your spot.
And you said it's a much improved Las Vegas Lights squad as well.
Yeah, I don't think the fact that Pittsburgh are playing Cincinnati on Tuesday is anything to do with the result here tonight. I think the Lights have been exceptionally well. They're defensively good. And going forward, you have the likes of Trejo and Carl Jennings who can turn the game on a dime.
See, again, trying to run the offense through Alex Dixon. That time it was headed away. But Dixon has been kind of a central part of this attack. As we see Dixon again playing a ball into the box. It's clipped out for a corner.
Yeah,
but Dixon is really forcing Quezada to really work hard out there on the edge.
Yeah, he's finding a lot of space, isn't he? And Dixon, as a right winger, he is a out-and-out right winger. You don't want him getting in that area too often, and maybe why Quezada has come back into the left-back spot.
Forbes will send a ball into the box, and handled nicely there by Tomas Romero. Like the way Romero's handled today. I mean, nothing has had to be sensational, but he's made all the routine plays, and a good long ball out here for Cal Jennings. Jennings doing a good job just holding play up. I think he won the free kick.
Yeah, brilliant from Jennings, that, isn't it? Take the pressure off again. We mentioned it early with Trejo. This Pittsburgh team's going to throw everything at you now. You need those strikers to relieve the pressure a little bit and get the ball. Here's Trejo.
Ball played into Trejo and has it cleared away. Kel Williams getting a foot on it, and Trejo now doubled over. Maybe picked up a little knock there.
A little bit tired as well. Maybe these games have come thick and fast so far this season. There's not been much time to rest for these players.
Enrique Duran taking a look at the bench, seeing what options he might have for the final 15 minutes of play here. Corner sent high into the box. Kevin Silva played it off the bounce one time and a quick distribution out, but it'll roll all the way out. Boy, how far did that ball run?
Yeah, just slightly overdid it, didn't he? But the wind just carries it.
He had to have figured somebody was going to get on the end of that.
Yeah. Just kept going and kept going, and it was quite lucky for the Lights. I don't know if you saw Coach Duran on the sideline. He was gesturing for his team to sprint back. Maybe delighted the ball ran out of play because the transition was on for the Riverhounds.
Here's an attack here coming for the Riverhounds. Played out into the box, crossed and knocked away, and I believe maybe the offsides flag is up.
The ball, it was lucky for the Lights there. The attacker, I'm not sure who it was, decided to go left when Dixon was wide open on the right-hand side if they'd have slotted the pass outright.
Ardugo was the one who was kind of gesturing to himself, kind of kicking himself a little bit. He may have been the one that had drifted offside.
You see here, I think it's Forbes that running in, and there you see Dixon on the right-hand side. It wasn't a bad ball in the end, I think offside. But Dixon's bit looked like the most likely there. You just want to slot him in.
And it was Ardugo out there on the left. who had just drifted a little far out. Nice ball played here into the box. And once again, though, it's really just kind of casual for Romero. Comes out, handles his business.
Tell you, though, the game's opening up, isn't it? The Riverhounds starting to get into some dangerous areas. Warning signs need to be on for the lights.
Molina with 2 in the box. Holds play up just a bit. Looks to cut in. Trying to win the corner, and it's kept alive. Good work there from the Riverhounds, and now Dixon will play the ball forward. Quezada wins it. A little bit of a tussle on the ball. Forbes played Quezada to the ground, won the ball.
Yeah, the game opening up at the time, the lights probably don't want it to, but the Riverhounds starting to look more likely. This man having acres of space on the right-hand side. Seems like a lot of space for both teams going forward now. Might be a entertaining last 12 minutes.
It'll be out. It'll be a throw for Pittsburgh. Chance to play a ball. Hands up, asking for offside. It was not given. And it will be a corner kick. So another opportunity here as Ardugo will put it down and everybody will come forward. Pittsburgh looking for the equalizer. Played up into the box, headed, and it's just over the top of the bar. Oh, a good look there. That may have been Ordonez.
Oh, it's a great ball in for Magudo into the perfect area. And it actually missed Ordonez, and it landed at Kelly's head. And he's really unlucky. When the ball hits the net like that and you saw it rippling, I thought for sure it was in.
Yeah, good head on it from Kelly as Cal Jennings will check out. And Christian Torres will come into this game for the final 10 minutes.
Maybe a bit of a frustrating night for Jennings today. The conditions didn't help him in any way, shape or form. It hasn't been a kind of game where Jennings can dominate like we're used to seeing. So maybe mix it up, get some fresh legs on there. Yeah, with Christian Torres, who we all know is very capable as well.
What does Torres bring to the side?
He's just got that little bit of a spark, hasn't he? He's a young man, but he's got that the way of playing about him like a young man. He can do the exceptional at times. So just want him to come on and bring some energy for the last 10 minutes, just to have maybe give that spark.
Romero certainly was taking his time sending the ball back into play. Said final 10 minutes here.
This is a test for the lights, isn't it? Because you see the likes of, they're playing much more mature, the professional. Can they see out a difficult game against a difficult team like this? This is where you see how mature how much they have come on in the last 2 years.
Make your current home your dream home. Using your home's equity can make that dream a reality. Visit us online at www.snmc.com/lights. Gonna look at the knock here, and Borshaw just takes a kind of a spill to the turf. And then the kick will run all the way out for a goal kick. Riverhounds now in a position where maybe a sense of urgency is needed.
Yeah, they need to be a little bit more direct. They've been the better team in the last 10 minutes. They look like they're more likely. But the onus is on them to create those chances.
The winds have calmed a bit. Now it's still 25-mile-an-hour gusts, so I don't know how much that's really going to affect things a whole lot.
So when you see Christian Torres there, his first action of the night is to get a yellow card.
Didn't waste any time, did he?
I think it's a bit harsh. The referee being a little bit...
Young man's on the pitch. 90 seconds.
He just yellow carded Christian Torres for kicking the ball back, and then the referee himself has then kicked the ball over the line. A little bit harsh, if you ask me.
Torres has got to be thinking to himself, what was that for? As the ball is played long, top of the 18.
When you're a sub, when you come on as well, you're expecting one. One give me, aren't you?
Ball loose into the box. Scrambled away by the Lights. Good job defensively.
Oh, that's
now a heavy challenge.
Exactly what Crisostomo wanted, though. He's in a little bit of a dangerous area. Win the free kick, slow the game down again.
Quezada, I think he was asking for a little bit more there than just the foul. I thought that was a little heavy, and
it's a rash challenge.
I mean,
isn't it?
that's two-footed.
Yeah, you go in and absolutely needless as well in that situation.
You can certainly see why there were shouts for a yellow card there. Didn't get it. It'll just be a free kick. Now the Lights will look and see if they can see this out. And, you know, that's the mark of a good team. Can you take an early 1-0 lead and play the final 65, 75 minutes? And that's what they're trying to do right now. And
see, I've not seen the stats from last year, but the amount of times the Lights went ahead last year, and then the second half they just were dominated and lost the game. And it's what we said earlier on. Have they matured enough now and got the professionalism in this situation where you're winning 1-0 to hold out against a top team? We've seen it already this year, so we know they can do it. Can they continually do it is the question.
Ball played forward into the box.
And this is where the likes of Dekel Keenan, the experienced defender, coming. His experience rub off on the young players around him? Hey, this is how we win a game in the last 10 minutes.
Riverhounds on the attack. Ball played forward, and I think it's just a little long. Heavy touch, they couldn't get it to Dequa. Dequa really has not had an impact since subbing on in this match.
It's just been one of those days for the Riverhounds, hasn't it? Nothing's really gone their way. They've got themselves in decent areas at times, and just the final ball hasn't been to the standard they would be used to.
Good work there over on the far sideline.
I think it's Frank DeRoma actually doing a long burst and run down the right-hand side, but he's been quiet since he came on, hasn't really influenced the play like we used to him seeing. He's usually very good on the ball, wants to touch it as much as possible. Here he is now.
A little bit of contact behind the play. I think it's just going to be a throw. No, they will pull it back for the free kick. Smart play there by the Lights, just breaking things up. Now this is a spot where the Lights don't mind the game getting a little clunky, do they?
No, you want it to. You don't want to give up opportunities. In this situation, you can get all the guys back, get behind the ball.
Kevin Silva all the way up to take the free kick. Keeper for the Riverhounds sends it to his counterpart, his opposite number there to make the catch.
That's that man Romero again, Tomas Romero. He's been great, hasn't he? He's commanded his goal, his area fantastically well. This one in the wind's difficult, but he's timed it to perfection, taking all the pressure off of the team.
And a good ball there on the distribution. Chance to set something up. Torres trying to play a ball across.
You know, Torres there has done fantastically well, but you just have a strike. He's cut in brilliantly. He's taken a great touch. He's gone away from the defender. You're coming in on an angle where the goal's opening up for you. He's unselfish, tried to play it to the right-hand side. But why not just have a dig? They've not really tested the goalkeeper often.
Another look there. You saw Trejo tracking back, winning a ball into the midfield as Bob Lilly was shouting some instructions.
It's been a bit
Torres now. Torres.
Bit of a frustrating night for Bob Lilly, isn't it? He's probably used to his team performing a lot better than this, and nothing's really gone right for the Riverhounds.
Mentioned Bob Lilly, winningest coach in USL Championship history, 132 wins. He's a coach who has been there before and has seen it. The ball is played long, and once again, I think the wind just took that and ran with it.
I would have been curious to see how many diagonal balls for the Riverhounds has gone out of play today. They've continually tried to do it, and the conditions just haven't been in conjunction with the game plan.
They just never have gotten a feel for the conditions today, it doesn't look like.
No, yeah, the ball's run away from them a little bit.
But an opportunity here. Dixon plays the ball out wide. Good work there by Dixon in the midfield, keeping it alive. And now a foul will go against the Riverhounds. Stop renting, start buying. The amount you're paying in rent could be invested in your own home. Visit us online at www.snmc.com/lights. So we're approaching the closing moments of this one. Romero sends a ball forward. Ball played into Kelly. Kelly out and running a little bit. Poor pass. Miscommunication. I think he was expecting something else. Chance now for the Lights to get out on the attack. We'll cut into the box. Crossed in and played back. Boy, dangerous ball off a deflection.
Just great play from DeRoma out on the right wing. We're used to him being a steady, tidy midfielder, but he's a couple of times he obviously can play right wing. Pace to beat the man. Got into the dangerous area and a nice little cutback.
Boy, last ditch defending there by Berchul. Albert Dequa was trying to run on the end of that ball. Good defending. He had to make that tackle. Now it's knocked away. Riverhounds once again will look to build the attack, adding the pressure here. Final moments. Vegas trying to hold on to a 1-0 lead. Trying to make that Danny Trejo goal stand up. Ball crossed into the box, headed out. It'll be a corner. So a test for this young Light squad. Struggled last year putting these games away. A year older, a year more experience. Do they have what it takes to hold on against a very experienced Pittsburgh side? Crossed into the box, headed, and it's gonna head wide. Last touch came from the Riverhounds. Nervy.
Yes, that's the word to use, isn't it? Nervy. They almost answer your question, but you're always going to live on the edge in these games. The Riverhounds had to make an opportunity eventually. It's a great ball into the box for Magudo. And I'm not sure who the final touch went off. It may have been Kelly again, but that was all about a great delivery into the box.
Iskandarian will check in momentarily for the Lights. And I believe it's going to be the goal scorer. Danny Trejo will come out. Boy, and what a goal it was from Trejo.
That was a
potential game winner.
A potential game winner, a goal scorer's goal, a great finish. A little, let's be honest, the conditions haven't been there for the attacking players tonight, have they? Today has been a war of attrition for both teams. So, but that's the sign of a top striker, is even when it is a game like this, you get that one opportunity, you take it. This has literally been the difference between the two teams.
That was 4 minutes of added time. We're about a minute and a half into that. The Riverhounds don't have a whole lot of opportunities left to try to find an equalizer. And the ball's won in the midfield by the Lights. Big turnover there from Pittsburgh.
Good from DeRoma, really, really good from DeRoma. You see Enrique Duran in the bottom of your screen clapping. That's quality play. You're winning 1-0, just take the ball into the corner. But the way he did it, he used his body well, kept it in possession, and the time waste, you probably waste 30 seconds just from that real good play from Frank DeRoma. And that's the difference, that's what we talk about. Are they mature enough? Maybe a year ago they would have given the ball away in that situation and put themselves under pressure.
And it's a free kick, not a throw, so a chance to hold possession as they'll play a ball into the box. And it'll be out for a corner kick, so once again, another chance to kill some time.
Yeah, you see though, that it's great play. Almaguer, DeRoma, I think it was Iskadarian as well who was in there. Just keep the ball in the far right. They can't score when it's in this area.
Once again, playing it short. Looking to hold possession. No sense of urgency right now from Las Vegas. Just trying to see this one out. About 90 seconds left, give or take what's on the referee's watch. Enrique Duran trying to see if his young squad can hold on against the experienced Pittsburgh Riverhounds who have not lost this season. Boy, kind of a... Well,
anything to slow the game down now.
Molina knocked to the pitch. One last charge forward. Kelly down in the corner. Cuts a ball, cross into the box, cleared away. About 20 seconds left. One last shot here for the Riverhounds. Again headed away. Can the lights break? Can they relieve the pressure? Long ball played forward. And then a foul called. And so maybe will there be enough time for Pittsburgh? One last push. We've played our 4 minutes of added time. How much more will be given?
I don't think there's been any substitution since the 4 minutes were put up. So technically you would say that would be it now.
Yeah, Trejo's the one substitution.
So that adds the 30 seconds, yeah. So
it adds a little bit extra time. Ball played forward. A little bit of a tussle for it on the edge of the box, and it's going to go the other way. It's going to go against Pittsburgh, and that should be enough to do it for Las Vegas.
Good for Molina. Did the defensive duty. He's an attacking player. Did what he had to do, put his body in the right spot, and wins a priceless free kick for the Lights.
Romero will take his time, and surely as soon as he puts a foot on this ball, that will be the final whistle. Ball knocked forward. Still we play on. We've moved past 5 minutes of added time. One more run. And the ball is cleared out for a throw, but yet here still we go, Andrew.
Yeah, the referee finding some time from somewhere. Thought Bjorshol might have been able to see that out, but he did.
Ball crossed into the box. Romero handles it, and there is the final whistle. And how about this from Las Vegas? A 25th minute goal, and they made it stand up for the victory. The full 3 points go to the Lights.
Yeah, and you see the players there, how much it means to them. There's nothing better than a 1-0 win. When you hold on like that, you see a frustrated Pittsburgh team who probably didn't give their best performance of the season, but the Las Vegas Lights did exactly what was asked from them tonight. They turned up in difficult conditions, and they found a way to win. Priceless win for them, and you see the confidence and the excitement grow around this Las Vegas Lights team.
Well, we'll go ahead and do our save. Actually, we're going to go to our Get Lit moment. Tonight's Get Lit moment presented by Red Apple Fireworks, located over the hump in Pahrump. And here's the moment.
Yeah, it's obviously the goal, isn't it? The one real bit of quality we saw tonight. It wasn't pretty at times, the game, but brilliant from Molina. Good ball into Trejo, and it fell for him like that. Everyone was knowing he was going to score. You would have put the mortgage on him scoring now, and obviously Trejo obliged.
And the save of the game is presented by Nevada Donor Network. Remember, you can save life. Register at registerme.org.
I mean, that save sums up Romero's night tonight. He's been very, very steady. Also summed up the Riverhounds not very clinical in front of goals, and a clean sheet is always a good night for a goalkeeper.
And you have to say he did what he needed to do in goal.
Yeah, exactly. He was there when needed.
So we will take a break. When we come back, we'll have final stats, highlights, and our man of the match as the Lights take all 3 points here this afternoon. Las Vegas Lights Soccer is presented by Nevada State College. Be bold, be great, be state. By Red Apple Fireworks, located over the hump in Pahrump. By La Bonita Supermarkets. And by Findlay Toyota, where John Barr will do anything to sell you a car.
Port of Subs is celebrating 50 years as your neighborhood sandwich shop. From a single sub shop in Sparks, Nevada, we've grown to serve local communities all across the western United States. Things have changed over the years, but every sub is still sliced fresh, served on fresh baked bread, just as we did 50 years ago. Visit your neighborhood Port of Subs today, or order online at portofsubs.com, or download our app for easy ordering and special offers.
Sliced fresh sandwiches, Port of Subs.
Yo sé que tú puedes.
Tú puedes hacerlo, yo creo en ti. Estoy tan orgulloso de ti. No estás solo, estoy aquí para ti. No te rindas. Deja de fumar y vapear, por favor. Sigue intentándolo, vale la pena. Eres la persona más fuerte que conozco.
Fuerte.
Yo te admiro. Yo te admiro.
Yo te admiro.
Eres mi modelo a seguir.
Deja de fumar y vapear hoy.
Hazlo por ti. Hazlo por ti. Hazlo por ti. Hazlo por ti. Hazlo por mí. Hazlo por mí.
Hazlo por mí.
Hazlo por nosotros.
Nuestros niños están mirando. Para obtener ayuda gratuita para dejar de fumar y vapear, llame a la línea de ayuda de Nevada al 1855 Déjelo Ya. Es el 1855 Déjelo Ya. 1855-335-3569. Por mí, por ti, por nosotros. Viva saludable.
As a proud sponsor of the Las Vegas Lights, Security National Mortgage Company is looking to help you score your next big goal, buying a house. Our process is simple, with in-house underwriting, processing, and closing, keeping you informed from start to finish. With our Snap Home mobile app, you can look for a home, get financing, and more right from your phone. Together, we can outmatch the competition. Contact us today and let Security National be a part of your home team.
Las Vegas Lights Soccer is presented by De Castro Verde Law Group, where they treat you like family. By Security National Mortgage, we provide local services for your next home loan. And by Cox Your View, catch replays of the Lights every Saturday at 10 a.m. And welcome back here to Cashman Field. Big win for the Lights, full 3 points. We're now going to do our Liona man of the match. No surprise, Andrew.
The man of the moment, isn't it, Mr. Trejo? Top goal scorer in the league, and he's taken it fantastically well. A game that there wasn't many chances. The one chance did fall to Danny Trejo, and as you would expect from a top finisher, he slotted the ball past the goalkeeper. Nothing he could do about it, and rightfully the man of the match. There was a lot of good performances out there, but the difference maker, the goal scorers, always take the plaudits.
Go ahead and take a look at our full-time highlights here of this match. As once again you see the goal by Trejo, and it was a game that was really calling out for a striker to make a play, and that's what they did.
Yeah, it was difficult conditions, wasn't it? It wasn't free-flowing football. We didn't get too many opportunities, and it was a night there. The finishing ability of Trejo was the difference, and you saw that in a lovely finish.
Take a look at our full-time stats here. Once again, it was the Riverhounds dominating on the shots 10-5, but the Las Vegas Lights made it count where they needed to. Possession, really not a surprise there. We saw the Lights kind of dominated the first half. You expected the Riverhounds to come out. They did control the ball more in the second half, but ultimately, you got to credit what Las Vegas did defensively, organized, and didn't allow really anything threatening.
No, you saw that. The shots came at the end for the Riverhounds when they were chasing the game. But the Lights were very, very professional tonight. One of the best I've seen them in terms of in shape and doing enough to win a game.
When you look at this Lights team, kind of final thoughts on it, though. You look at what last year was, and we kind of talked about it during the broadcast. The change that you've seen in this team, for them to have the ability to come out and see out a 1-0 win like this?
Yeah, tonight was never going to be pretty. It was never going to be what we've seen so far this year with lots of goals and free-flowing football and opportunities. Tonight was really about playing to the conditions and playing as a team, and they really, really did that performance. And I think maybe Coach Durant will be the happiest he's been this year because that was a real team effort.
You talk about, the team effort and, what they were able to put into it. He's going to sit down. He's going to watch the tape. There's certainly going to be some things that he's going to see in this one. But what's the biggest thing that's going to jump at you that he may say, okay, we did good here, but we got to keep doing this?
Yeah, I think tonight it was just about the shape and the pressing. You get the goal because Molina pressed someone at the right time, won the ball back in a dangerous area, one pass, and you score a goal. And that's what he wants to show, highlight and say, listen, it was a dogged performance, but this is what the difference was tonight. And it was literally that little bit of a 5-yard sprint and a little bit of hard work that made the difference and won you the 3 points.
So the conditions were tough, but it was the Las Vegas Lights who came out and performed in front of their supporters. It was dog day out at the park, but it was not a dog day on the pitch for the Lights as they got the goal from Danny Trejo and they made it hold up. A couple of nervy moments late for the Lights, but they get the victory 1-0. The Lights will be back in next Saturday taking on LA Galaxy 2 at home, feeling good about themselves.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.